Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvadaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yastat Viradavaktradhya Parishadhya Parastatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamastraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sachidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipaya Namjasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratham Vedabchabhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Sahasramurte Purushottamasya Sahasranetranana Padabahoho Sahasranamnam Savanam Prachastham Niruchyate Janma Jaradi Santyai. Namaskaram to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Now, we came up to Slokam number 30. Second, let me find out. 4, 62. Vasudeva, we finished that. Vadideva Purandaraha, Asokastharan Kula Sithavarta. Padmi Padmanivekshana, we came up to that point. Okay? Asokastharanastharat Surat Saurirjaneswaraha Anukulas Satavarta Padmi Padmanivekshanaha Padmanabhora Vindaksha Padmagarbhas Sarirabhrita Mahadviruddho Vriddhatma Mahaksho Garudadvajaha. Padmanabha, okay, Aravindakshaha Padmagarbha Sarirabhrita Mahaha Ruddhihi or Mahardihi Ruddhaha Vriddhatma Mahakshaha Garudat Vajaha. So, Riddhaha, Riddhatma, Mahakshaha Garudat Vajaha. Padma Nibhekshanaha. Okay. Now, Padmanabha. Padmanabha, we all know immediately the moment we say Padmanabha, we all think of Srimanarayana reclining on the Adiseshan, right? So, Padmanabham, Nabhi, we know. And the whole prapancham comes from the Nabhi of Bhagavan. That's why he is Padmanabhan. Now, that is, what does it really mean? You know, we can relate to each one of us being born in our mother's womb. That we can easily picture, right? So, in the same way, Bhagavan is everywhere. It's not like something is coming out of him, but for us to relate to it, the whole prapancha, the creation is coming out of the womb of Bhagavan. But how come, sir? We see a kind of an umbilical cord coming out of Bhagavan's Nabhi, and then there's a lotus flower, and then Brahma is sitting on top, right? That is the way we see the picture. But it has got a tremendous meaning. It's got a phenomenal meaning that some of you or all of you may know already, is that when we are in the womb, inside the womb, not outside, this is the interesting thing. What is really keeping us sustained and nourished in our mother's womb, right? And there is an umbilical cord, isn't it? That gives us the nourishment for our physical body. So this whole prapancham is inside the womb of Bhagavan. You must understand Hiranya Garbham. You must understand that. So while the world is created, Brahma is nothing but the creative aspect. And the fact that he is seated on Padmam, on lotus flower, it simply means that all the creation, yes, it comes and goes, but the creator is not touched by it. That is the significance of that. The creator, which is Padmanabha, gives us the nutrients, not only for our physical being, but also for our mental well-being and our spiritual well-being, right? Everything comes from that umbilical cord. And while the creation is there and we enjoy it, as Bhagavan's trustee, we must always keep in mind the creator himself, the Padmanabha, is not attached. So that is the significance of that, Padmanabhan. Okay? Another thing is, obviously, this is not very good, but Parasara Bhattar says even his Nabi is like Padmam only. Okay? Why? What does it mean? See, again, these things mean a lot. It all relates to our daily life. If you were to think of it that way, personal life. A baby, a child that is born, newborn baby, if you look at it, the baby may be dark in color, very fair in color, doesn't matter. The skin color doesn't matter. And there will be a padam, there will be a pinkish glow on the baby, whether it's fingers or sole of the feet or eyes, face, whatever it is, there will be. That pinkish glow is padam. Very important, okay, to understand. And that again denotes or reminds us of the lotus flower, because it is, if you look at the inside of the leaf, the petal of a lotus flower, okay, even the outside is good, but if you go look at it deep inside, that's exactly the color of our blood and newborn baby and everything else. So that indicates that it reminds us to be attached to Bhagavan only. Okay, automatically when I attach to Swami, then I get detached from the world. I cannot detach from the world by myself, impossible. Okay, so Padmanabhan, Aravindakshaha, then same thing applies Bhagavan's eyes. Okay, Aravinda Akshaha, right? Bhagavan's eyes again compared to lotus flowers. Now, one homework that one of those of you are interested in doing homework, okay, not for my sake, for your sake, you can do this and share your findings next class. Why different words are used? Padam also means lotus. Aravinda also means lotus. Kamalam also means lotus. Right? Okay. And so why different words are used? What does it mean? Okay. So you can explore that. Okay. Then Padma Garbha, we already spoke about it. The Hiranya Garbham, which is effulgent with a golden color, is also Padma Garbham. Whatever is created, okay, it is not touched. Bhagavan is not touched. Creator is not touched by it. That's why it's called Padma Garbham. So we also can do that. If I focus myself on Swami, at that moment I am detached from the world. I'm not touched by it. Right? So, Sarira Bhrita. Now, Sariram. Sariram means immediately we say body, right? And Deham also means body. So I encourage each and every one of you to, whenever you hear these Sanskrit words, okay, please decouple from English, okay? We all tend to always want to understand everything in English, right? Okay, unfortunately, I have to speak in English because some people don't understand. You know, actually better to relate all this in one's mother tongue, because then you get a certain precision that you cannot get in any other language. But since our mother tongues are all different, we can actually try and understand things in Sanskrit, which is an extremely precise language. It is so precise because precision is required for clarity. Clarity is required for proper understanding. Proper understanding is required for proper practice. Proper practice is required to achieve the result. Confused understanding, you practice, no result. So medium is important. So Sanskritam, when you look at Sariram and Deham, like the way we talked about lotus, there are different words describing it. What exactly is the word mean? It will be beautiful. Then same way, Sariram and Deham are two things we talk. Atma also means body, that let's not go there. But if you look at what Sariram means, and Deham means one thing, and Sariram means another thing. Okay, maybe what I will do is, I will also give this to you as a homework. Okay, and why? What is the difference between, okay, Sariram and Deham? But for us, for our class today, we can understand it as a body, right? Now, Sarira, Brith, the word, the moment you say the Bra comes, same way we saw Pra. Okay, Pra means supreme, sacred, immediately means, okay, Pradakshinam, okay, no problem, okay. So, the word Pra comes, mind must immediately go to the lotus feet, okay, that's the beauty of Sanskrit. So, Bra means something that is supporting, okay, like Bhrata we say, okay. So, Bhrata also means brother, but brother again is such a, common thing in English, we don't understand it. Actually, the meaning is one who supports, protect, gives you not the support that Bhagavan gives, but in our normal terms for worldly matters. But the one who really supports us is really Bhagavan, right? So, Brith, one who is supporting. What is mean subside? What is mean by supporting the body? The Mother Earth is supporting, I'm walking on it. But what is Mother Earth? Think for a second. Simple thing, right? What is it? Just to look at the miracle that is taking place every second, that if you just pay attention, you'll be clean bored, overwhelmed. All pride, everything will go away. Automatically humility will come. You just observe. If I take one step and I walk, you don't fall down. I'm thinking Mother Earth is supporting me. Okay, gravity, all these things we can say, right? But according to center of gravity, I'm supposed to fall down because center of gravity is very high in our body. I'm not on 4 legs, right? I'm on 2 legs. So I'm supposed to fall down the moment we all know in science of physics, the center of gravity, so I have to fall down, but I'm not falling down. Why? Then you can say the faith in myself. So that is supporting you. A simple example. In the food that we take, first the hunger comes saying I need food. Then the food goes in, get converted, supports the body, the physical body. Subtle part of it gross part of it gets kicked out of the body. Right? We all know. Subtle part of that gets imbibed into the body so that all the various organs and everything can survive and do their function. Then the subtler aspect goes into my mind. And that's what really determines my life, right? If I take proper food in the proper way, my mind thinks good thoughts. Then I can lead a good life. So who's supporting this? Who's providing the support in this? Then look at another way. So this body is nothing but no different from a log, a piece of log. It just appears different, that's all. Honestly, we all know that. Intellectually, we all know that, right? No different from a piece of log. But all of a sudden, when air goes inside and the log starts acting, right? And what is it that's supporting me through this air that I'm breathing in and then I'm breathing out? That supporter is Sarira Brith. Okay? So, Bhagavan is not somewhere else. Swami is with us. I am part and parcel of Swami. Must always think of it that way. If not only in temples and all that. It's seriously very, very important. Then, see, it is like, as Bhagavan says, right now, I am in the light. You can see the light here. Right? So, I see, now I know I am in the light. We all know. Next thing, moment I stay focusing on that light only, and just focus only and think about it, not think of nothing else. Then I realize the light is in me. See, one thing to understand it intellectually, but another thing to experience it. Then we come to the light is in me. Then after some time with that experience, I realize the light and me are one and the same. So that is Dvaitam, Visishtatsvaidam, and Advaitam. That's all. So the same way when Bhagavan, when we say indweller, I am indwelling in Bhagavan. Hiranyagarbham. We are all seriously, all of us are multiple twins kind of a thing in this one huge big womb, mother's womb. And we are kicking around, moving and all that. And our placenta is this Bhagavan. And in this we are creating all the things. That's all it is. So we are all one family, seriously. Okay, that is the truth. Okay. So now the Sarira breath pranayamam, so if it is the prana, the life force is required, the physical thing is required. Examples I gave you, faith, hope, come what may, the hope is there. Even if I'm going through the toughest experience, I still get up tomorrow, right? And then hope is there, right? Why? Where does it come from? Just imagine for a second, can there be any better support than hope in one's life? Person commits suicide only when situation becomes hopeless. He thinks it's hopeless, but actually that's when the moment I lose hope, all my strength is gone. I may be excellent muscle builder, whatever else, I may be have lots of money, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, lots of scholarship, none of those things matter. The moment the hope is gone, all my strength vanishes, isn't it? Where does the hope come from? Can we give a shape or a form to the hope? Is it part of the mind? No. It is not part of the mind. It is that support that Bhagavan is appearing, is with us as the supporter, so that we can carry out our allotted duties in this piece of log. That's simple. So, Swami is not elsewhere. Please, one thing that all of us, including me, if we can take and keep reminding ourselves, because we forget, It is like, we talked about very nicely the Vairagyam, we talk about Vairagyam. Vairagyam is not detachment. Please don't, one thing I urge you to move away from this word detachment, because you cannot detach, impossible. You will only fail. But detachment is a result of attachment. Simple, isn't it? So once I attach to the right thing, detachment automatically takes place. So there are different types of vairagyam, Then mother, for example, gives birth to a baby. Only the mothers here know the pain and the pleasure associated with that. People like the gents, we don't know. But the pain, the prasava vedane, as they call it. Okay, the word used is vedane. Okay, the pain is so tremendous. So the resolution is made by the mother, no more children. Okay, how long does the resolution last? Now, that is one type of vairagyam, very temporary, momentary. No more, nothing else. We go to somebody's funeral, especially in our Hindu culture, we put that piece of log on another log and we burn it. Then all of us are sitting there. All the person that we know is no longer with us. Lots of sadness around and all those things. We watch everything. And each one of us get this. Yes, I'm also going to be like this one day. Right? So you cannot escape. The reminder comes. Then you make a resolution, a vairagyam. What is this life? I am running like this madman, like this in the rat race. I must focus on Bhagavan. Because how long does that resolution last? So these are the way our life goes, right? And so the reason I'm saying, we got to remind ourselves that Sarira breath, and seriously, we're all part and parcel of the same family. Now, how do I behave with my wife? How do I behave with my husband? How do I behave with my children? Right? Why can I not behave the same way within the moral bounds? That's to do with the physical thing. Okay, that's important. We have to respect it. But the attitude of including everyone as part of my family. If you do that, then become Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan thinks, does that to us. That is Sarira, breath. Okay? Not somebody else. Sarira with Mahardhihi. Okay? Mahardhihi Hriddaha. Mahardhihi. Now, the way that we can easily relate to this in our life, all of us, or at least most of us, always seeking, all of us are seeking happiness. There's no question about that. Okay, and peace only. There's no exception to that. But most of us, in seeking peace and happiness, most of us seek wealth. Okay. Now, this is very beautiful, but so I need to maybe do another subject for another day because it's going to take a little bit detailed discussion, which I should can refrain myself. So let me talk about this in a very brief manner. So most of us seek wealth. Okay. Now, we get a little bit of money. Okay. We're not happy. We're living comfortably. Bhagavan is protecting, giving us all the things we need. I mean, food is there, available, shelter is there, some clothes is there, right? And is given a life and strength and all that, health he has given. And so we can live actually very peacefully and very comfortably. But once I get this, then I need to have something more. Okay? And I'm living in a small house, then I need a big house. When I get in a big house, then I need to put a theater in there, right? So all these things come in. Then you keep on, and then you make $1 million, then you want to get into, 10 million, whatever. As one person, an Indian, went into prison and all that, he was already 100 million. He had 100 million, but he wanted to be a billionaire. So he broke the law, and he got caught and thrown in jail, right? And so the question of, I want more money, more wealth, more wealth, more wealth, more wealth, right? So who has got the maximum amount of wealth? Is it big Forbes publishers list, or those people are really the richest people, wealthiest people? There's more wealth available than that, right? Isn't it? So the maximum amount of wealth the entity that has got is Mahardhihi. Mahardhihi means this is the maximum amount of wealth right here. So talking money right now. Why? Because Mahalakshmi is residing on his heart. This is there, right? And what is the limit? How much money does Mahalakshmi have? Exactly. So that is Bhagavan, Mahardhihi. Okay? So now, if I get Bhagavan, if I want all the wealth in the world, I still fall short. The moment I get Bhagavan, you get all the wealth. At that time, you don't need the wealth. That's why Tyagaraja, for our eyes, he may be the poorest person, but he is the wealthiest person. Whether it's Surdas or Kabir Das, doesn't matter. This is very important to understand. And Brahma himself has said this in Bhagavatam. If you seek wealth, then you cannot attain me. Whereas if the moment you attain me, everything else comes to you. It is like we're going to, this is so important. How, even with all good intentions, how we slip. We go to the temple. Simple example I'm telling you. Analyze yourself. Then Sankalpam will do Archana. Immediately we give our Gotram and our husband's name, wife's name, children's name. And that's it. Archana. Why? By doing that, first of all, does the Bhagavan that you're worshipping, does he not know your name? And what exactly is your name? In this body, you have this name. This moment, you're coming and doing this, right? Okay, then you're limiting yourself to your children and his family. And no wonder that Swami in the Garbhagriha is smiling all the time. Have you ever wondered why he's smiling? Okay, because this is so foolish. I mean, it's like amused, But suppose instead of doing this, Archana is very important. You must do the Archana because it's the worship. But instead of worshipping me and my children and my family, my Gotram and all the nakshatrams we do, some of us forget it. And I mean Vishnu Gotram, we say, yes, yeah. And most of the time the husband don't know, the wife only will know what these various nakshatrams are, right? You go and all this tamasha you see in the temple, right? And then I look at Swami, he is smiling, so I'm happy. Bhagavan is happy, I'm very happy. Now, on the other hand, if you, sir, samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu, loka kalyanam, loka kshemartham, like the welfare of the whole prapanjam, and Swami, I worship you. Do this archana, then what happens? You are also included in that. Your family is also included in that. It's like that. It is the mindset we have to develop. Okay. Then you get mahardhi. Then riddha. Riddha means anything and everything. So we all, classic example is when you get angry, how exponentially the thing grows. I mean, one kshanam, it takes a whole Viswarupam itself, isn't it? But same thing, but we all, the reason I started with an anger example is because we can immediately relate to it, how the thing grows. Oh, so big. But there are just about everything in this life is growing like that only. We don't notice it. Very silently. How does the light of the sun spread? Do you ever think about it? Okay? In such a huge manner. And how fast is the universe expanding? If you can imagine and do the scientific calculation, it's huge. How fast is anything that you look at? Okay, and we think time is moving slowly. This is interesting. Time we say is moving very slowly or it's very fast, depending upon where you are and what activity you're doing and what time. Now, if I'm 5 minutes away from the airport and the plane leaves in 20 minutes, time takes a different dimension. The same 5 minutes away and our plane leaves in 3 hours from now, time takes a different dimension. No, seriously. So, but we think we don't pay attention to this time. Okay? But time is actually moving very fast. Okay? The aspect of Bhagavan, same thing in our life about love, that is growing in a very big way. From a plant coming up to a sapling and then to a tree, right? Some grow faster, some grow. But what is that element there that grows in a big way? That aspect is riddhi. Riddhi means to have vriddhi. Vriddhi means to grow. Grow is Bhagavan. This thing has grown into the whole prapancham. 1 second I can create the prapancham in my mind. How beautifully it has grown. Right? Think. So that aspect of Bhagavan, because the nature of prema is to expand only. Expansion is love. Contraction is death. Period. Selflessness is expansiveness. Selfishness is contraction. So I'm putting in a very simple way in modern language. Why I always keep talking about selfishness is called swartham in Sanskrit. Swartham. Certain amount of swartham is okay. All have to live. Even an animal has to be selfish in order to survive. We all have the survival tendency. Nothing wrong. But don't go take it to an extent where it becomes, absolutely ridiculous. So we must reduce that swartham, right? So because when you do that, then you come to your nature of expansiveness. The expansiveness is very important. That is the nature of Bhagavan, not contraction. That is why everything is growing and growing and growing. Okay? That is riddha. Mahardihi riddha. Vriddhatma. Vriddhatma, we know. Vriddha means, relates to one's age. So vriddhatma simply means one who is the primal cause. Okay? There is we say, jeshtaha. is the one word we use for describing Bhagavan. Okay. Jeshta does not mean only Jeshta Putra means the first son we say. No, that's not. Also eldest, the oldest. The oldest is what it means, not eldest, oldest. So Jeshta, Bhagavan is the oldest. So Jeshtatma means the primal cause. Okay. Mahakshaha. Now, Maha-Akshaha. We say, Akshaha means, we know eyes. Maha means great. So what is the great eye of Bhagavan? See, can you think of a point in time or a point in place where Bhagavan is not looking at you? Impossible. He is a witness all the time, in all places, in all ways. So when we say, and how do you look at something through your eyes? That to again relate to us, relate to our human body. So Mahakshaha is a big eye, watch. And see, once I'll share a small anecdote. Okay, there are so many Bhagavan grace thoughts are coming. Some I'm restricting. Maybe I should do that. See, there was once one of Swami's students. He was attending on Swami, and Swami was talking to him. He used to be there, and Swami always talked to him and all this. And then when Swami, after the darshan is over, went to the interview room, this student used to get up, and his relative was living in one of the rooms there in the ashram nearby, just close. They used to go there and watch TV. He was doing this every day. I nicely talked to Swami because Swami always talked to him. So immediately we go and watch TV. But after a few days, Swami asked him, so I know you're watching TV there because I'm behind you, looking at you. So the boy went there. Yes, he was sitting there and TV, and then behind that there was a Swami calendar with the Swami picture. He said, oh no, Swami is watching me through that. So immediately he took the calendar and folded it and put it away. Does that work? Okay. Radha was once in a room. The greatness of Radha is simply cannot be described in words. That she lived and breathed Krishna. It's impossible. And because of that, Krishna could not live without Radha. I think of Swami, Swami thinks of me. Simple. So much inseparable. So she was in a room and lying down on a bed, and then she was thinking, she closed the door because she wanted to be alone, right? She closed the door, and then she was thinking. Then beautifully she says, yes, the door is closed, but who can stop you from coming in? I know you are here. So the Bhagavan is there everywhere. Mahakshaha is the eternal witness. Eternal witness. Mahakshaha means literally translated big eye. So next night time we know. See, and that pricks you as your conscience, isn't it? One looking at you. Now, that gives me tremendous solace actually. I feel very happy about it. And seriously speaking, personally, because Bhagavan is there looking at it. And what is there to worry about? So long, then I need to conduct myself, isn't it? Sometimes a child does something, and the child knows it is not, hey, this is probably not the right thing to do. Then what does the child do? Looks at its mom, right? Some mischief or whatever it does, and then looks at the mom to see, did I do the right thing? That check comes there, and the mother doesn't say anything, the child continues to do it. Once another anecdote I'll share with you. And why this is very important. Once in the courthouse, this person was charged with robbery, great robbery and all that. And all the arguments were finished, and the judge finally asked the accused, what do you have to say? And he says, I want to take the witness stand. Okay. Then, what do you have to say? I am not guilty. And his mother was also in the room, courthouse. I am not guilty. It's my mother who is guilty, not me. Why do you say that? See, when I was 5 years old, I know, 3 years old or whatever, and my mother was carrying me on her shoulders. We were walking on the street, and a fruit vendor was coming this side, and I put my hand and grabbed one fruit, and we continued walking, and my mother was smiling very happily. If she had not stopped me at that time, I would not have developed this habit. Very important. So even though parents feel today, and from what I'm hearing from many, many parents, that children don't listen to me and all that, doesn't matter. My job is to show the right path. And the mistake is made, hey, you're making a mistake. Very important. So, the Mahakshaha. So, Bhagavan is always looking at, and so if I am not sure I'm doing the right thing, like my child is not sure, looks at me to get my approval or guidance, or no, don't do that, whatever it is. So, if I'm also not sure, I know where to go to. I can look at my mother and get a guidance. Simple. So Mahaksha, all these are so personal. It's not Bhagavan sitting somewhere else. Okay. Now, Garuda Dvajaha, that you all know. Garuda Dvajaha. Dvajaha is the flag post, right? And when we go to temples, in simple way of looking at it is temples, you see the Garuda Dvaja. In the flag, you see Garuda. But another meaning is Bhagavan who has Garuda has a flag itself, as a flag post itself, because he rides a Garuda Vahan. So Garuda Dvajaha. Okay? So Padmanabhora Vindakshat Padma Garbha Sarira Bhrut Mahargiriddho Vriddhatma Mahaksho Garuda Dvajaha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.